Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily English Listening Podcast. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Chris. Michelle, are you okay today?
Yes, I'm okay, but this morning I made a small mistake at work.
Oh no, what happened?
I sent an email to the wrong person. It was a little embarrassing.
That happens to everyone.
True, and that's actually why today's topic is perfect.
Failure, or more exactly, why failure can be a good teacher.
It's a big topic, and I think a lot of people don't like to talk about it.
A lot of people are scared of failure. They think it's only bad. And honestly, when you fail at something, it doesn't feel good in the moment.
Right, but if you never fail, you probably never try anything new.
That's true. Every person we admire has failed many times.
Exactly. So today we want to talk about failure in a different way.
Not as something bad, as something useful.
Actually, I think fear of failure stops a lot of people from even starting.
That's so true. Some people don't try new things because they're scared of failing.
And that's really sad because they miss so many opportunities in life.
Right. It's better to try and fail than to never try at all.
And this is also great English practice because we often talk about problems and mistakes in daily conversations.
True. Talking about mistakes is actually very common in English.
If this topic is helpful for you, please subscribe to the Daily English Listening Podcast. New episodes come out every week.
And don't forget to like this video. It helps other English learners find us too.
Okay, now let's get into some real stories.
Okay, Michelle, tell us about a time you failed at something.
Okay, there are many examples, but I'll tell you about my first job interview.
Let's hear it. What job was it for?
It was for a teaching position, my dream job, actually.
Wow, no pressure then.
None at all. I was very nervous. I prepared for 2 weeks. I practiced my answers every single day.
Wow, 2 weeks. You really wanted that job.
Yes, but on the day of the interview, everything went wrong.
What happened?
First, I was late. There was a lot of traffic. Then, in the interview, I couldn't remember simple answers. My mind was empty.
Oh no.
Even my hands were shaking. I could see the interviewer looking at me, waiting for an answer, and my mind was completely blank.
That sounds really stressful.
It was. I remember thinking, just say something, anything, but nothing came out.
What did the interviewer do?
She just smiled politely, but I could tell she was disappointed. It was terrible. I completely messed up the interview.
Messed up. I understand that feeling completely.
After the interview, I sat in my car and I cried a little.
That's honest.
I really wanted to give up. I thought, I'm not good at interviews. Maybe I should stop trying.
But you didn't give up.
No, my mother told me something important. She said, one bad interview doesn't mean you're bad at your job.
That's good advice. What else did she say?
She also said that babies fall down many times before they learn to walk, and nobody thinks a baby is a failure.
That's a really nice way to think about it.
It helped me a lot that day. I stopped crying and I started thinking about what to do next.
So, what was your plan?
So the next week, I looked at my mistakes. Why was I late? Why couldn't I remember the answers? I wrote everything down.
So, you learned from it.
Exactly. I learned from that failure. 2 months later, I had another interview and I got the job.
That's a great story, Michelle.
The bad interview actually taught me more than any successful one.
How did it change you, do you think?
I stopped being scared of interviews after that. I thought the worst thing already happened and I survived it.
That's a really healthy way to think about it.
Now, before any interview, I remember that one bad experience, and it actually calms me down.
Before we continue, we want to ask you something.
Think about a time you failed at something. What did you learn from it?
Write your story in the comments. We really want to read them.
Sharing your story can also help other people who are afraid of failure, too.
I completely agree. Okay, ready for my story?
Okay, Chris, your turn. Tell us about one of your failures.
Oh, I have a good one. Do you remember when I tried to cook a big dinner for my family?
I don't think I heard this story.
I decided to cook a special dinner for my parents' anniversary. I wanted to make something impressive.
That's sweet. Do you usually cook?
Not really. I can make simple things like eggs or pasta, nothing fancy.
So why a big 3-course meal then?
I don't know. I watched a few cooking videos and I felt very confident.
Famous last words. So what did you decide to cook?
A 3-course meal: soup, a big chicken dish, and a cake for dessert.
That's ambitious for you, Chris.
I know. I took a risk because I'm honestly not a great cook. What happened?
Well, the soup was okay, but I couldn't figure out the chicken recipe. The instructions were confusing.
Confusing how?
I didn't understand one step, so I just guessed. Big mistake. The chicken was raw inside.
Oh no, Chris.
I didn't notice until my mom cut into it. There was blood, basically, in front of everyone.
Oh my goodness.
My dad just looked at me and said, "Well, this is a memorable anniversary."
That's such a dad thing to say.
And the cake fell in the oven. It looked terrible.
What did you do?
For a minute, I wanted to stop everything. I felt really discouraged.
That's understandable.
But then I thought, my family is coming in 1 hour. I can't get discouraged now. So I decided to keep going.
What did you do next?
So I quickly cooked the chicken again, the right way this time, and instead of the cake, I bought ice cream from the store.
Smart solution.
My family actually loved the dinner. Nobody knew about my little disaster in the kitchen.
So you didn't move on from the problem, you solved it first.
Exactly. I didn't give up. I worked on the problem, and it worked in the end.
What did you learn from that day?
I learned that when something goes wrong, you can usually get back up and fix it. You just need a few extra minutes and maybe some ice cream.
Great advice, Chris. And honestly, now it's one of my favorite stories to tell. Everyone laughs when I tell it.
That's the funny thing about failure. It's often terrible in the moment, but a great story later.
Exactly. My parents still ask me to make the anniversary chicken as a joke.
Do you ever make it again?
Never. Some risks you only take once.
Do you think you're a better cook now after that experience?
A little bit, actually. I learned to read recipes more carefully.
So the failure did teach you something practical, not just an emotional lesson.
True. Both kinds of lessons matter, I think. The practical ones and the emotional ones.
I think these two stories show something important. Failure isn't the end, it's part of the process.
Right. If you never fail, maybe you're not trying anything difficult.
That's a good way to think about it. Many successful people failed many times before they succeeded.
Like famous inventors, or athletes, or business owners.
Exactly. The difference is they didn't stop after one failure.
They kept going.
Some of them failed hundreds of times, but they didn't see failure as the end of the story.
They saw it as one small step in a much longer journey.
I think that's the real difference between people who succeed and people who quit.
It's not talent, it's just not stopping.
That's true. Talent helps, but it's not the most important thing.
Persistence matters more in most cases.
I've seen people with a lot of natural talent give up too early because they weren't used to struggling.
And I've seen people with less natural talent succeed just because they kept practicing.
It really shows that consistency beats natural ability most of the time.
Slow and steady, as they say. It's not exciting, but it works.
Actually, this connects perfectly to learning English too.
Oh, that's a great point. Making mistakes is a huge part of learning a language.
That's right. If you're scared to speak because you might make a mistake, you'll never improve.
I remember when I was learning Spanish, I made so many silly mistakes.
Like what?
Once, I tried to say I was embarrassed, but I actually said a very strange sentence about being pregnant.
Oh no, Chris.
People laughed a lot, but I never forgot the correct word after that.
That's exactly how learning works. The mistake helped you remember.
So, if you're listening and you're scared to speak English because of mistakes, please don't be.
Every mistake is actually a small lesson, and lessons help you get better and better.
Mistakes are proof that you're trying, not proof that you're bad at something.
I also think it's important to be kind to yourself after a failure. Don't be too hard on yourself.
True, it's easy to feel bad, but feeling bad for too long doesn't really help anyone.
The important question isn't why did I fail, it's what can I learn from this?
That's a much better question.
And sometimes failure shows you that you need a different plan, not that you should quit completely.
Like my chicken, the recipe was wrong for me, so I changed my plan.
Exactly like your chicken.
I think today, with social media, it's actually harder. We only see other people's success.
That's true. We don't see their failures, their bad days, or their mistakes.
So it looks like everyone else is perfect and only we are failing.
But that's not real life. Everyone fails. Successful people just don't post about it as much.
Maybe they should post more about it.
Maybe we should start a trend. We could call it Failure Friday.
I like that. Post your failure and what you learned from it.
I think a lot of people would feel better if they saw more real stories like that online.
It would also help people feel less alone. Everyone thinks they're the only one who fails.
Right, but really, everybody fails. It's just part of being human.
I actually think failure connects people more than success does.
How so?
Because when I tell my chicken story, people laugh and then they tell me their own story. Nobody does that after a success story.
That's true. Nobody says, let me tell you about my perfect dinner.
Exactly. Failure stories are the fun ones.
I think one reason people hide their failures is fear. They're scared of what other people will think.
That's true for me too sometimes. I worry people will think I'm not good enough.
But here's the thing. Most people are too busy worrying about their own mistakes to judge yours.
That's actually a comforting thought.
It's true. Everyone is a little bit worried about their own failures.
So really, nobody's watching us as closely as we think.
That's fair. And the people who really care about you won't judge you for failing. They'll just want to help.
That's a good reminder for anyone who feels embarrassed about a recent mistake.
I also think it helps to remember that not every failure is huge. Some are very small.
True, like forgetting an umbrella or sending a message to the wrong person.
Right. Small failures happen every day, and we usually forget them quickly.
But bigger failures, like losing a job or failing an important exam, feel much heavier.
They do. But even big failures follow the same idea. You feel bad, you learn something, and eventually you move on.
It just might take a little longer with the big ones.
Definitely, and that's okay too. There's no rule about how fast you need to recover.
Everyone heals at their own speed.
Exactly. The important thing is that you don't stay stuck forever.
Small steps forward are still steps forward.
Let's practice this. If someone asks about a mistake you made, what can you say?
Let's try one. I messed up my presentation, but I learned from it, and next time it was much better.
That's great. It's a full story, not just it was bad.
Your turn.
I wanted to give up after my first failure, but I decided to keep going, and finally I got back up.
Perfect. Now people listening can use sentences like this in their own lives.
One more example about taking a risk.
She took a risk and started her own business. She didn't figure everything out immediately, but she worked on it every day.
That's a really natural sentence, Chris.
One more, a simple one for beginners.
He got discouraged, but his friends helped him keep going, and he finally finished the race.
Perfect, short, clear, and full of today's vocabulary.
Let's do one more about moving on from a mistake.
I messed up the presentation, but instead of feeling bad all week, I decided to move on and prepare better for the next one.
That's a great example because it shows the whole process, not just the mistake.
Exactly. First the mistake, then the feeling, then the decision to keep going.
I'm getting better at this too. See what I did there?
Very smooth.
Okay, let's move on to today's word tour.
Next phrase, give up. Repeat after me. Give up. One more time. Give up. And the last one, give up.
To give up means to stop trying. You stop doing something because it's difficult or because you don't believe you can do it. For example, she wanted to give up after her first failure. Or don't give up on your dreams, even when things are hard. And he almost gave up learning English, but he continued, and now he speaks very well.
Next phrase, mess up. Repeat after me. Mess up. One more time. Mess up. And the last one, mess up.
To mess up means to do something badly or to make a mistake. For example, I messed up the job interview because I was very nervous. Or everyone messes up sometimes. It's completely normal. And he messed up the recipe, but the food was still good in the end.
Next phrase, learn from. Repeat after me. Learn from. One more time. Learn from. And the last one, learn from.
To learn from something means to understand what went wrong so you can do better next time. For example, I learned from that failed interview, and my next interview was much better. Or, it's important to learn from your mistakes instead of just feeling bad about them. And children learn from failure just as much as they learn from success.
Next phrase, take a risk. Repeat after me. Take a risk. One more time. Take a risk. And the last one, take a risk.
To take a risk means to do something even though it might not work, or something might go wrong. For example, I took a risk when I cooked a difficult dinner for my family. Or starting a new business is always a risk, but many people take it anyway. And sometimes you need to take a risk to get something good in life.
Next phrase, figure out. Repeat after me. Figure out. One more time. Figure out. And the last one, figure out.
To figure something out means to understand it or to find the answer, usually after some time or effort. For example, I couldn't figure out the recipe, so the chicken was raw inside. Or, it took me a long time to figure out this English grammar rule. And don't worry if you don't understand right away, you will figure it out with practice.
Next phrase, get discouraged. Repeat after me. Get discouraged. One more time. Get discouraged. And the last one, get discouraged.
To get discouraged means to lose your confidence or your motivation, usually after something goes wrong. For example, I got discouraged when the cake fell in the oven. Or, don't get discouraged if your English isn't perfect yet. It takes time. And many students get discouraged early, but the ones who continue always improve.
Next phrase, keep going. Repeat after me. Keep going. One more time. Keep going. And the last one, keep going.
To keep going means to continue, even when something is difficult or you want to stop. For example, my family was coming soon, so I had to keep going and fix the dinner. Or, when you feel like giving up, try to keep going for just a little longer. And she kept going with her English lessons, even during a very busy year.
Next phrase, work on. Repeat after me. Work on. One more time. Work on. And the last one, work on.
To work on something means to spend time trying to improve it or fix it. For example, I worked on the chicken problem and finally cooked it correctly. Or, I'm working on my English pronunciation this month. And it's normal to work on the same skill for a long time before it starts to feel easy.
Next phrase, get back up. Repeat after me. Get back up. One more time. Get back up. And the last one, get back up.
To get back up means to try again after you fail, like standing up again after you fall down. For example, I failed the interview, but I got back up and tried again 2 months later. Or every successful person gets back up after failure many, many times. And if you fall down today, remember you can always get back up tomorrow.
Next phrase, move on. Repeat after me, move on. One more time, move on. And the last one, move on.
To move on means to stop thinking about a problem from the past and continue with your life. For example, after I learned from my mistake, I was ready to move on. Or it's healthy to move on from failure instead of thinking about it forever. And once you fix a problem, it's usually a good idea to move on and focus on the future.
That was a great word tour. Lots of useful phrases today.
I really like today's conversation. Failure feels less scary when we talk about it like this.
Definitely. My chicken disaster doesn't feel like a failure anymore. It feels like a funny story.
That's exactly the point. Failure teaches us, and later it can even make us laugh.
I hope everyone listening remembers this the next time they fail at something.
Failing doesn't mean you're bad at something. It just means you're trying.
And trying is always the first step towards getting better.
If you're listening today and you failed at something recently, we hope this episode helped a little.
Maybe it made you feel a little less alone, too.
I hope so. Failure can feel very lonely, but really, everyone is going through something similar.
You're not alone, and your failure might become a great story one day, just like my chicken.
I really believe that. Give it time and even painful failures start to feel lighter. So the next time something goes wrong, remember, it's not the end. It's a lesson.
And a lesson from a wonderful teacher. If you want to keep learning about this, watch our video called Believe in Yourself, What It Really Means. It's a great next step after today's episode. Failure isn't your enemy, it's your teacher.
Bye-bye, guys.
I'll see you on the next episode.
Take care of your English.
And take care of your heart. Bye, everyone.